Welcome to ProgrammingKT. Today in this tutorial, I am trying to explaining about one of the most important concept called string handling in Java. So these are the content I need to explain in this video. What is string initialization, string constant pool, how string is immutable, string methods, string versus string buffer versus string builder. Let me start with first one. What is string? String is a class, not a data type. So we can create object for string class either by using string literal, I mean like this, string literal. We need to enclose with double quote or by using new keyword. We can create string object for string class. So next one is string initialization. So string initialization is nothing but this one only. Two ways we can initialize either by using literal. First approach is either by using literal. Second one is or by using new keyword. New string of, I mean literal is nothing but double quote like this. You can put any kind of data between double quotes or by using new keyword. I mean string class constructor. So these are the two ways to initialize a string. I mean next one is string constant pool. String constant pool is a special type of memory only for string objects. Special type of memory. So let me try to explain that with a diagram. So when you are trying to create object for string class either by using literal or new keyword, you need to know the differential. Difference. Like when you are trying to create object in with the literals, object will be created directly in SCP. String constant pool. If you are trying to use with the new keyword, object will be created in heap memory along with SCP. Let me show you that. So imagine you are creating object for string class string str1 equal to programming. So you created this object for string class by using literal. I am programming, I am enclosing, wrapping with double quotes. So in this case, object will be created directly in SCP. Let me show you that. So for string class, we have two types of memories. One is heap, one is SCP. Heap memory, string constant pool. These are the two types of memories for string. So you are creating object by using literal, right? In that case object will be created directly in SCP. This is the object directly created in SCP. What is the pointer? str1, right? So that will be pointing to str1. So when you are trying to create object by using new keyword, let me show you that. So you need to understand the difference. str2. Now I am trying to create string object by using new keyword. New string of string class constructor. I am trying to use programming. Creating the object of string class. With the word programming. Now in this case, one object will be created in heap memory. Anyway, it is enclosing, already enclosing in double quotes here. So now str2 is pointing to, so here. So again it won't create here. Why? Because the object is already created here, it will reuse. So every time when you are trying to create object, it will create in SCP. So if the string is already available in SCP, next time when you are trying to create, it won't create one more object, just it will be refer. Anyway, in if we are creating object with new keyword, right, it is there in heap memory, but one more copy will be created in SCP. But anyway, here in this case already programming will be there, it won't create. Now we can create one more string str3, like either it may be new or programming. Let me explain with programming. So in that case, in SCP one more object won't be created. Why? Because programming object already there. So now str3 again pointing to same object, that is called immutability. It once object is created, when you are trying to create one more object, it won't create new object, same object it will pointing to corresponding reference. If I can create one more object, string str4, again programming. So now again it will be pointing to same, it won't create new. So one point you need to remember, I mean I can conclude between heap and SCP. So when you are trying to create string object by using new keyword, one object will be created in heap, one object will be created in SCP. So when you are trying to create second time same object, it will create on heap but it not create on SCP. So you may have doubt why this SCP. This SCP can be used once your object is created for future reference. This object is created. Future reference means if you are trying to create one more time with the same object, same content, it won't create new object. It will refer it. That is the usage of SCP, string constant pool. So that is about heap and SCP. So moreover that string initialization also I done by using literal and new keyword. So how is string immutable? This is also one of the important point you need to remember. So if someone will ask how string is immutable, let me explain that one. So string string s equal to some Java. So this is the string I created. I am trying to explain about how string is immutable. So if I want to apply s dot concat, concat is one of the method that exists inside string class concat programming, Java programming. I am trying to append for that previously created Java programming. Now if I can print SOP of s, what is the output? So here applied concat with programming. So if I can print SOP of s, what is the output? Still Java only. Why? Because once you create the object like Java, so this is the object for Java that is pointing to s. So once you are applying concatenation with Java with programming, it won't update the content in previous object. It will create one more object, Java programming. So this is the new object. It won't update previous object. Now anyway this object won't have reference, right? Immediately it will be available. I mean available for garbage collector. It will remove from the memory. So when you are trying to print this s is pointing to Java. That's why you are getting Java. So I hope you got some clarity, right? Why it is immutable. So if it is mutable, once it is updated, we need to get output like Java programming. But it is printing only Java. I will show you. When I am writing the code on IDE, I will explain you. So this is about immutability by using, I mean, proof how it is immutable. Someone will ask, you can explain like this. So at the time of creating with string and even in new keyword also, so once you have string object, you can apply string concatenate in the other object. Once you print that previous reference, it will that pointing to that reference still previous content, appending content. It will create anyway new object, but there is no reference, right? That's why it is eligible for garbage collector. It will remove from the memory, but s is pointing to previous object. That's why you print Java. So this is about string immutable. Some string methods. Next point is string methods. So we have number of methods in string class. I will show you when I'm writing the example in IDE. I will show you the documentation about string. So let me list out some important methods that exist inside string class. So first method is, I mean, mostly used method is length. Length is the method to find the length of the given string. String is nothing but combination of characters. I mean, character is nothing but only one word, right? So when you are creating the word Java, here we have four characters. J is one character, A is one character, B is one character, A is one character. So combination of characters is nothing but string. So to find that number of characters inside that string, we can use length method. Next one is caret. Order is not important, but you need to remember what for what purpose we need to use each and every method inside that string class. Caret method can be used along with index. Here we can pass some integer number. So at what index, I mean, I can say if I can pass caret 0, I will get J. Caret 1, I mean, I will get A. So to get the specific index of character inside the string, we use caret method. So next one is replace. Replace is the overloaded method. I mean, replace all, not overloaded. Replace is the method that accept two characters. Suppose if I want to replace all a's with hash, so in that case I am trying to apply a with hash. I mean, this is the character you need to enclose with single quote. So string is nothing but double quotes. Character you need to represent using single quote. At the time of explaining data types, I already explained about character, but not string. In string is a class, right? Now I am trying to explain about string. So to replace character at, I mean, all a's with hash, I am trying to apply replace method. Can be used to replace. First one is source, second one is, I mean, all source places it will replace our target. Like if I can apply for this string, so output will be j hash v hash, like this. All a places it will be replace. Next one is replace and length char replace to uppercase. So to uppercase means this, if I can have string in lower cases, it will convert to all uppercase. Corresponding string object reference we need to pass. To uppercase, to lowercase, starts with, ends with, includes. This kind of some methods will be there. I will explain. I will show you the documentation about string. So many methods are there. So you can take the take the time and observe the documentation about to know about each and every method inside that string class. Finally, string versus string buffer versus string builder. So string we need to know the difference. This is also one of the mostly asked in interview question. What is the difference between string buffer, string builder? So string is immutable. That is the first point. String is immutable. So string buffer and string builder are mutable. That is the first point you need to remember. And second point is in string class equals method is overridden. Override. I can say string method is override for content comparison. So there is no equals method. I mean, no equals. I means there is no equals method in string buffer. So when you are trying to compare to string buffer object, it will compare object class equals method with respect to object class equals method. So if we can answer instead of first point, second point, if we can answer, interval will impress. Why? Because first point everyone knows. String is immutable, string buffer and string builder are mutable. This one everyone knows. So but few members knows in string class equals method is overridden, but in string buffer, string builder, there is no equals method. I mean, object class equals method will be executed. And moreover that string buffer and string, these two are introduced in string and string buffer 1.0. String, I mean Java version 1.0, they introduced string and string buffer. String builder was introduced in, this is second point, 1.5. And moreover that string and string buffer are thread safe. thread save, not thread save. So, and moreover that finally one point, when to use string, when to use string buffer, when to use string builder. So by using first point only you can decide. So if your content is not changed frequently, use string. If your content is changed frequently and if you want to thread safe result, use string buffer. So if your content is changing, if you don't want thread safe, use string builder. So that is the use case. When to use string, when to use string buffer, when to use string builder. So moreover that all sensitive information like passwords, these kind of content, we can use string class. And moreover that if your content is frequently changed, you use string. So memory issues will come. In that places, instead of that, if the content is frequently changed, use string buffer or string builder. And moreover that, if you want a thread safe result, use string buffer. If you don't want thread safe result, but you want to frequently changed content, use string builder. So that is the difference between string, string buffer, string builder. Now I am trying to explaining about string handling with some examples. So first one is how to create string objects. So we can create a string object by using two ways, right? Either by using string literal or by using new keyword. So by using string literal, first approach is by using literal. So example I am trying to write str equal to programming. So this is the string literal approach. In this case, string object will be created directly in SCP, string constraint pool. So what is the use of string constraint pool? It won't maintain duplicates. So it will get all unique strings. Moreover that if you are trying to create one more string with programming, it won't create duplicate object, it will reuse the previous created programming object. So let me try to show you that one. One more time, if I can create str, previous one is str1 and next one is str2, now with same content. So in this case, only one object will be created in SCP, string constant pool. So, but references are two. This is the one point you need to remember. Next one is by using new keyword. So how many ways we can create object? Two ways, by using literal or by using new keyword. By using new keyword, I mean by using constructor along with new keyword. So if I can create string s1 equal to new string of Java programming. So in this case, two objects will be created. One is in heap, one is in SCP. So when you are observe the word new, every time new object will be created on heap memory. Along with this, along with this Java programming object, in this case, one will be created in heap, one will be created in SCP, string constant pool. What is the use of SCP? For future reference? If I can create str with Java programming string string s2 by using literal Java programming or by using new keyword also. If I can create one more time, it won't create one more Java programming object inside SCP. Why? Because the object is already created when you are, I mean at the time of declaration line number 13, object is already there on SCP. At the time of line number 15, it will reuse the previously created object inside that SCP. So one point I can conclude between string literal and new keyword. So with the string literal, object directly created in SCP. With new keyword, object is created in heap along with SCP. So if the object does not exist, then only it will create object in SCP. Otherwise, it will reuse the same object. So that is the difference between object creation, I mean where the object is created, and number of ways, I mean by using literal and by using new keyword. By using we can create object in two ways. So next one is how string is immutable. So if someone will ask, show me the live proof, what is how we can get, I mean how we can say string is immutable. So I will show you. So string is immutable. So I created object str1 is a programming, str1 is programming object. So if I can apply concat, so concat is one of the method that exists inside string class. So with new word kt, so if you can observe that method concat, so see the documentation, concatenate the specified string to the end of the string, I mean at the end it will append programming kt. So if I can print the word str1, what is the output? So str1. So if it is really immutable, we will get only programming. If it is mutable, we will get programming kt. So let me try to run it. So programming only. So this is the live proof, string is immutable. Why? Because once we create the object, it will create the object in scp. When you are trying to update that object, new object will be created with programming kt. Original object programming remains the same, but programming kt, I mean new object, there is no reference eligible for garbage collector, remove from the memory. So still we have, I mean str is pointing to, I mean previously created object only. That's why we are getting programming. This is the live proof. And one more thing, someone will ask how string builder and string buffer are mutable. That one also I will provide some example. String string builder sp, new string builder. So I am trying to create object for string builder. So I am trying to provide string like Java, Java tutorial. So some string I am trying to pass for that string builder class main by using construct. This is the constructor, right? Along with new keyword. Now let me try to append it. For string builder, we have append method. For string, we have concat. So append is the overloaded method. We want to append with the string parameter Java tutorial and Java tutorial by. So this is the new string I am trying to append. Now string builder is really mutable. We will get a result like Java tutorial by ProgrammingKT. So why? Because it is at the time of line number 19, it will create one object. We are trying to update the existing object Java tutorial. I mean, it will append at last Java tutorial by ProgrammingKT. If it is mutable, let me try to run. So it is mutable, right? It is updating previous object on Java tutorial by ProgrammingKT. There is no reference. So these are the live proofs. I mean, string is immutable, string builder is mutable. Even though string buffer also same, you can apply on your own. Now, next one is I'm trying to explain about. I mean, first, what is string? How many ways to create object for string, and how we can say string is immutable, and next one is what are the methods that exist inside string class. Let me show you that. So string is a final class. So from 1.0 onwards, let me show you that class. Where is that? Yeah, here string is a final class from 1.0 onwards. So to show that, I mean to view that methods that exist inside string class, press Ctrl O. Then you can observe, I mean number of methods we can find out here. IndexOf is overloaded method, last index, subsequence, substring, replace, replace first, replace all, split. This kind of different methods will be there. So if you have time, go to documentation and observe that each method is for what purpose we can use. Now here in this case I will explain some methods only. So first one is length. So to check the length of the given string, we can use length method. So let me try to write here itself. sys, I mean sys out of str1 dot length. So it will return the length of the string. So length is nothing but combination of characters. How many characters are there inside that string? That characters count it will return. Length is 11. So programming is a word that contains 11 characters. To check that length, we can use length method. And next one is caret. So frequently used methods only I am trying to explain, but uh, you can write examples on your own after seeing the documentation. So caret trying to provide 6. So at 6 m is the character, I think first m. So at index 6 we have m character. Next one is to char array. So char array is there, caret previously, right? Now str1 dot chars is the to char array. It will return array of characters. Get chars is frequent, I mean recently used in 1.8. Let me show. I think 1.8, not 1.8. It is from 1.9. Chars is the it will return interstream. Caret I already explained. Get chars matches. So two char array I am trying to explain. Two char array. It will return character array. So means it will split all in. I mean, let me try to print that char array. You will get more clarity. System.out.println. So if you print character array, you will get hexadecimal hash code, I mean along with class name. So to avoid that, we have utility class arrays dot toString with character array. Now let me try to run. So this is the character array for programming string. So length caret char array, and next one is two uppercase. Let me show, try to provide that two uppercase str1 dot two uppercase or two lowercase. Uppercase means all are in uppercase, I mean capital letters. Lowercase means all are in lowercase. So now it is printing all are in uppercase letters, right? And one more thing is important method is trim. So if you have any space, I bit before and after, if there is any space, it will remove that extra space. Let me try to show you. So before trim, after trim dot trim. Now let me try to run it. So if we can observe here, before there is a some space. So after applying trim, if we can observe here, right? After applying trim, I did not print that. Let me. So here it is. Too many things are there. That's why it is confusing. Let me try to, instead of this existing, I mean programming. Let me try to create one new string. str2 is there. There is no str2. Let me try to copy. And where is this str? Here I can. I'm trying to create new programming KT. I'm trying to provide new word with str2. Now I'm trying to provide some extra space. str2 before and after, I mean before trim and after trim str2 observe. So programming KT before. So anyway, after, I mean we did not assign to reassign, right? That's why at the line number 20 this is the result. So for line number 19 and 21, I mean we have extra space before. So anyway, I am not reassigning, right? That's why at the time of printing there is no extra space. So to remove that before and after extra space, we use trim method. That is the one point you need to remember. That's it. And trim replace. Next one is the one of the important method, replace. So I am trying to replace G. G is replaced with some special character. Let me try to do that. So I'm trying to str string str2. So str1 dot replace. So I'm trying to replace wherever g is there. I am trying to replace hash. Now let me try to print str2. So if we can observe here, wherever g is there, hash is updated. So that is the usage about replace. So remaining starts with, ends with, includes, first index of, last index of, repeat, chars. These are the number of methods. We have time. I mean, check the documentation and implement the examples. So this is about, some important methods inside string class. And the next one is, what is that? Next one is string buffer, string builder, and a string difference, right? So in string class, equals method is overridden. Let me show you that. So this is the equals method. So anyway, here we don't have override method, right? But JVM will first check when you are trying to apply equals method. So equals method exists inside that corresponding class or not. If it is there, first preference go to corresponding class. Otherwise, go to object class. If we can observe that string builder, so there is no equals method. That's why when you are applying, SB1 with SB2, first it will check, I mean, string builder, is there any equals method or not? If it is not there, go for object class. That's why in string builder there is no equals method. So that's why it will go to object class. So if we have doubt, let me try to string sb1 sb2. sb1 equals sb2. So what is the output? So here the output is false. Why? Because these are the two different references. So object class equals method will be executed. Object class equals method is for reference comparison. So false. So next one, if I can apply same for string class, Java programming, right? Java programming. Let me try to compare this one as well. I can remove this Java programming, and now if I can apply S1 equals S2, what is the output? So S1 equals S2, what is the output? So if you can observe here, we will get true. Why? Because in string class, equals method is overridden for content comparison. So in string builder class, equals method is not overridden. It will execute object class equals method. Object class equals method is for reference comparison. Let me try to run. So you got the true. Why? Because in string class, if I can go to the documentation, equals method is overridden for content comparison. If we can go for object class equals method, let me try to go for object class. Object control O equals. So equals method is refers for reference comparison. Let me try to see that indicates whether some other object is equal to this object. Reference comparison only. So this is the live example, right? Object. Reference comparison and content comparison. String class equals is for content comparison. String builder equals method is for reference comparison. So that is even string buffer also. You can apply same this example. String buffer also you will get, same output. So I hope you got some clarity about string handling. What is string? String is a special type of class. Most commonly used data type. Of course, string is a class. Most commonly used representation. Data in real time. All passwords, emails, phone numbers. everything we can represent in most of that. If we can consider, if we have our entity have 10 attributes, out of 10, 6 to 7 attributes belongs to string only. So that's why string is most important. And moreover that, string is immutable, you need to take care about. If frequently changed, don't use string, you will get memory issues. If the content is frequently changed, go for string builder or string buffer. So here I explained what is string, how many ways we can create string by using literal and by using new keyword. So how objects are created by using new, by using literal. What is heap, what is scp, why, what is the use of string constant pool. So when object is created in sscp, this kind of some important points you need to know at the time of interview. Why? Because mostly asked interview questions, depending on string handling only. So and moreover, these kind of tricky, questions you will face on written test or in face to face round also. So I hope you got some clarity. If you like the content, hit on like button and subscribe Programming KT. Thanks for watching.